So because we're having this meeting at night, I'm just gonna videotape Carolyn doing the cleaning in the daytime so that you can see it. The children put all of the toys they've used on the table. If they have only used a few outdoor kitchen things, they put them here. Most of the time, the children use a lot of outdoor kitchen things. So they rinse them in this rinse bucket here. This is just water. What Carolyn has is full of disinfectant. So we can dunk a lot of the toys right in the disinfectant and then let them dry for a few minutes. So the children will be bringing over the toys they've used during the day. This was a 2s class out here, so they didn't use very much. It looks very different when it's the 4s. And the 3s, they use a lot more things. And then these things will get put back after they've had a few minutes to dry. And then up on the roof, yeah, we have a small spray bottle for when you have to walk a larger distance. And this will have disinfectant in it. If for some reason it doesn't, the proportions of what you need are inside the kitchen, and I'll show you where that is. So we have to spray it on any of the surfaces the children will have used, such as the slides. And then she's going to go up to the music area because we have some mallets that are attached. We don't have to spray the wood because it doesn't last on wood according to the CDC. We don't need to spray any of the wood aspects of the playground down. But we do spray any of the pink plastic railings. And then for the larger jobs, we have a big sprayer. Again, this should be full for you if this is your job to do, but if it's not, the proportions are right in the kitchen. And this one you have to pump to get the air out of it. And we do only try to fill this one halfway to make it a little bit lighter. And then wearing gloves is up to you. We do have rubber gloves available if you want to wear them.
How does he get his foot?
And there is a checklist, which I'll show you in a moment to help you remember, but any of the surfaces that they will have touched when they're playing in the outdoor kitchen, so the handles need to be sprayed. And then typically the 4s will have used a lot of things, so they will have rinsed them and put them back on the shelf, and the 3s, and then you can just spray them while they're on the shelf. And we do this in enough time to give it the 5 minutes to dry. Carolyn, this too.
The flume I did it already.
Oh, you did over there? Okay, I missed it. She did the flume handles as well. When you get used to it, it goes really fast. It's just kind of remembering everything you have to do. So they put the crates and the trucks away, and we just come over here to give them a spray so that the person cleaning has less to put away. And the wheelbarrow handles. And if the children use the hoses, we do the hoses. We don't have to do the wooden things or the ropes, but the hoses, which again, the 2s didn't use, but the 4s tend to use a lot. And then on the big structure, we do the slides, and anything that's the salmony pink color, the plastic parts, we don't have to do any of the wood.
I should give these a quick, even though it's not wood.
If the teachers were to bring out any supplemental materials on the tables, we would have to disinfect those too. Those were not out today. Sometimes we have that. They would let you know if they had any of that.
I don't know if I did the slide or not.
You did one, not the other one.
I did the water bottle.
Okay, and then no one used this today, so we're not actually going to spray it, but if they had used it, just the toys on the bottom would need to be sprayed or dunked, not the wood. And then our system for bikes is that we're having the children put the bikes away and only leaving the doors open for the cabinets that they use bikes in. So for example, if the twos only use these two bikes, you spray them right while they're in the cabinet and they have time to dry before the next class comes out. But if the cabinets are closed, it means no one used the bikes. And then no one used these materials today. They would let you know on the checklist. We'll show you the cones and watering cans and signs would have been on the picnic table had they been used. But because everything has been put away and it's right here, it means it's not been used and it doesn't need to be cleaned. And then we have a checklist to help keep track of what needed to be cleaned. And very often, if we put NA next to it, the class that was out, it would indicate that you don't need to clean it. So she's just gonna go and check off what she did and what she didn't have to do. Carolyn was also the teacher that's out here, so she knows what wasn't done. Typically, if you're coming out to clean and a different class had been out, they would have filled out the NA on the places that don't need to be filled out. And I'm gonna go over this checklist a little more carefully because it has 4 spots for times. Down the line, it's cleaned about 4 times a day. So you just go through the checklist and then you leave it right out here. And then at the end of the day, when it's the last class and no one else is going to be coming out on the playground, these would get put away. And then at the end of the day, this water bucket will get dumped because no one else is going to use it. The cleaning dunk bucket can get dumped and you can pour it right out here. It's fine, because no one else is going to use it. And then we make sure to empty the flume at the end of the day so we don't leave any standing water on the playground. And at any point while you're here subbing, if you have any questions about disinfecting the playground, like if the children played on the tires, you could spray those. The teacher might indicate that. We would let you know. We're always right around for questions.